Hey guys, how are you? I'm doing wonderful. I hope you all have had a great day. I got outside and connected with nature. I had a nice walk. Um, it's been beautiful here, very warm. I know that's probably not here to stay. That's just the nature of the weather where I live. It'll get warm and tease you and make you think it's going to be spring again, and then like the snap of a finger, it will pull you right back into winter and we'll have another snow. So it doesn't usually stay warm here until after um, March is over. So, but anyway, I'm taking advantage of it. I got outside, it was beautiful, very windy, but still just an amazing day. So I hope you all enjoyed it as well, no matter where you are. Um, I want to talk about creator mode, creative mode. If you know about Minecraft, and still I'll take you back, we're thinking about our life um, as if we are the creator, that we are co creating with the divine, which is inside all of us, connects all of us. We are all part of the same energy source. We are all driven by the same thing, whether you recognize that now or not. Hopefully, eventually, you will have a spiritual awakening and realize that we are all connected to Source if we want to be. You just have to go within and tap into that, and it will open your eyes to a completely different way of being, a higher consciousness, expanding your consciousness to not limit yourself to the very small way of thinking, the belief systems that we have been fed and we gobble up, the conditioning, the programming. Get rid of all of that because it's a lie. It's all a lie. And the sooner that you open your mind up to how powerful we really are, true freedom and bliss and love for all things, because it's all you, it's all connected to you. So anything that you hate means that you are still limited and you are hating on yourself, because it's all you, it's all part of you. We are all connected, we are all part of the same ecosystem. We all exist for a reason. There's a purpose for everything. God makes no mistakes. You are right where you are supposed to be. You have created these things as tests for yourself. If they are not desirable, you have to learn how to deal with them. And I want to teach you how to jump to creative mode. If you know about, I learned about this from Minecraft. My son, when he first started playing Minecraft, he wanted to spend money on it, and I didn't have any money for him to spend on the game at that time. I think even his brother bought him the Xbox, so he only had it because someone else got it for him. But he was playing Minecraft and wanted money, and I was like, I don't have that, buddy. And then he got on YouTube and discovered, trying to look up how to get things that he could play in creative mode. And creative mode is something, if you don't know, you can switch to, and you have everything. You can't play with other people, but you have unlimited resources. You can get on there and create as many houses as you want, make them as big as you want, have as many animals and zombies and whatever is in the treasure box that you want. You can have as many of it. It's unlimited. It doesn't cost any money. The only thing is you can't play with other people. So unless you want to, you can create the people that you want to play with. And that is very much like life. If you just open your mind up to that possibility, because that's what it is. And the quicker you get out of your own way and you can jump into creative mode, the better. Because everything else that we've been taught teaches us to limit our power, to stay small, to stay in low vibrations, and to work all the time, and to fight with each other and be always trying to obtain status and wealth, no matter who we have to step on to get it, or how we have to sell our soul to get the things that other people have that we think that we need to achieve greatness and feed our ego and all of that. It's so unnecessary. And now that I've realized that, part of getting in touch with your authenticity and being your true self, coming home to you, shedding all of those things, stepping away from everything that was hurtful and limiting and the fear, and coming back home to yourself and reconnecting to God through meditation and prayer. It's heaven on earth. Actually, the people in the low vibrations, they're living in hell. I don't believe that hell is fire and brimstone. I believe hell is living in the low vibrations, because you're always trying to feed your ego, and it's never going to be enough. It is insatiable. It's always going to want more. It's not content with anything. That's not bliss. That's not peace. That's creating your own hell in your existence here. And the sooner you can get out of hell and level up, the better. The better for all of us. The better for all of us, because the goal in sharing your authenticity and being your true self and helping others is for us all to get there, so that it's a much better existence for everyone. And there's not the tests. There's not as many tests, because I don't know if we'll ever, hopefully, I'm not gonna exclude that from my reality, but hopefully one day we can all get to creative mode, and we can all work together by sharing our gifts with each other and not having to pass the tests of ignoring low vibrational people and temptations and things like that. So yeah, come with me to creative mode real quick. Just open your mind up to that possibility, please. You have to stop once you get out of the matrix that you created for yourself. And we all created that for ourselves before we came here. That's our path that we signed up, in a contract, a spiritual contract, a soul contract, however you want, whatever you want to call it. Before we came here, we signed up for that, and we're following that map, that path, and the things that we have signed up for are already ours. Creation is done. It's already done. Everything that you are going to go through is put there by you before you ever got here. So for you to worry and for you to think that you're not provided for is all an illusion. It's all an illusion. The things that you have to go through, you need to just surrender to that, because there's no mistake. It was all done on purpose. So don't worry about it. You've already been taken care of and provided for by God. So the quicker that you stop resisting and you get out of your own way, your higher self's way, that they know what's best for you. What you want and what you desire is part of that ego. It's part of that temptation. So the more you try to feed that, the more you're going to stay stuck in the cycles. It's insanity. You're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're never going to feel better. You're never going to feel free or at peace or love yourself. You're always going to think that you need more. You're always going to think that there's something else that you have to get: a bigger house, a better car, more clothes. You need plastic surgery. You need somebody to come and love you. You don't. You don't need any of that. You just need to come home to yourself and love yourself. And you don't have to chase any of those things. You attract. We don't chase, we attract. You become what you want. You become who you are, who you really are. And then everything else just comes to you naturally. It will find you. It will find you. It will become part of your reality if you just be still and know that there is a God. He is inside of you, and that everything is going to be all right. You don't know when, you don't know how. That's none of your business, but you will be provided for every single day if you just stay in the moment. Just meditate, connect to your higher self, stay in the moment, and everything will flow to you naturally that you need to take care of yourself. Everything. Everything your heart desires is already yours. You stop chasing it. Stop wasting all of that energy. Stop fighting. Stop killing yourself by working all the time and focusing on things that do not matter. They don't matter at all. So I have some notes. Be an observer. That is the main thing. Be an observer. You don't have to ride every wave of emotion. Look at it, feel it, don't cover it up with any kind of low vibrational vice, which is addictions, which is overworking, which is um, weed, smoking, alcohol, sex, lust, selling yourself for anything, selling your energy for anything that's not going to bring you up. It's only going to keep you there. It's a game. It's designed to make you stuck, to be a slave to it. Don't be a slave to anything, not anything. Just look at it. You don't have to participate in it. We create our own algorithm. So any kind of engagement with anything. Imagine you're on social media and you are your news feed or your For You page or whatever it is that just naturally pops up into your environment when you're on an app, social media. The more that you engage with it, the more that you like it, the longer you spend watching any content, whether you thumbs up, whether you thumbs down, whether you comment positive or negative, any kind of engagement is going to cause that content to sync up with you. And the same goes for your environment, for the people that come into your life, for the tests that come up that you need to pass in order to level up, to see if you've learned your lesson or if you need to repeat it. Look at your life like that. You create your own algorithm, if I can talk. Just imagine your life, your reality, everything that you see and do every day. Imagine it as a For You page. If you talk to or engage with people that are negative and in low vibrations, you are going to sync up with that. You're going to cause more of that to be in your reality because you are watering it. You are paying attention to it. You are subscribing to it energetically. And we don't want to do that. We want peace in our life. We want to love each other. We want to help each other. We don't want to be pulled back down because once you ascend and you do let yourself engage in lower energies and vibrations, it's going to make you feel horrible. Kind of like when I was talking about going on a diet and being very disciplined with your diet, and then you do a cheat day out of nowhere. It's going to make you feel gross. You're going to be embarrassed that you did that after you've grown so much, after you've worked so hard to get out of those low vibrations and to focus on what really matters, which is loving yourself. You're going to feel gross. It's not going to be worth it. You're going to feel like you betrayed yourself in a way because you've come so far. And then here you are, da 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 da, wasting time with these low vibrations, wasting time with these lower energies, this junk food, if you will. Call it junk food. Lower vibrations is junk food. If you've been on a diet, if you've lost weight, if you've elevated in any way, whether it's a diet or your consciousness or just working on yourself in any way, you don't want to go back down. So don't engage with it. Just observe it. Let those people be. There's a reason for everyone and everything. So let them be. They're on their own course. It's none of your business what they think about you, what they do in their daily lives. It's none of your business. If you perceive it as a pile of crap, you just simply step around. You don't have to draw attention to it. You don't have to engage with it. You don't have to be loud. Oh, this stinks. This is a pile of shit. Just walk around and keep going on your merry way. You don't have to engage with it. You don't have to give it any energy whatsoever. Say that someone is in your face trying to pick a fight with you, a lower vibration, automatically. That's what you label it as. Someone's trying to tell you you're this and you're that and you did this. That is a projection of themselves. That is them, whether they want to realize it or not. Everything that they're saying about you and to you, all of that anger and trying to control. Anger is an attempt to control. It's all for control. They're trying to control you. They're trying to bring your vibrations down to match theirs. They're trying to get you to react in a way that they can use your energy. As soon as you do that, as soon as you stoop to that level, as soon as you go down in your vibrations to match theirs or to give them what they want, that response that they're looking for, you have given your power away. And you have eaten junk food. You have eaten gobbled up junk food. And you are stuck back in that cycle because you've let yourself down. You've given them your power. They have won. Don't do that. Look at it for what it is. Be an observer. See that their behavior is motivated by fear. They're trying to control. They are broken. They have not done the work on themselves. It takes a lot of work to come out of that mentality, to raise your vibration. So a lot of people don't want to do it. They want to keep people down with them so that they, in comparison, because in lower vibrations, you'll compare yourself to other people to feed that ego, to make you think that you're valid when you don't need outside validation at all. You don't need approval from others. All you need to do is follow your intuition and be whole. You're already whole. You're already enough. You're already enough. You don't need the validation from anybody else. But they're going to seek validation by trying to make themselves feel big and by trying to make you look small. And for you to come down that road with them and lower yourself and be small so that they can feel better about themselves and they can take your power and they can suck your energy to where you don't have any energy for anything else. Look at them as if you were watching a commercial. You're an observer. You're watching a commercial for a product that you've already bought and you know it's a piece of junk. That buying that, because you've already done it, you've already bought it, you've already bought into it, you've already tried to use that product, whatever it is, and it breaks easy or it never does what it says it's supposed to do. Look at people in low vibrations like a commercial for junk. You've already bought it. You don't need to buy it again. You wasted your money on it, your precious energy. That's your currency. You've wasted your energy on it. You've spent your money on it. It's not worth it. You're not going to sit there and watch that infomercial, that commercial again, no matter how much it yells, no matter how loud it is, no matter how offensive it tries to be in criticizing you and trying to make you think that you are what they think you are, or trying to get a response from you like fighting or arguing or something to give your power away. You're not gonna watch that commercial again. I've been there. I've been there. I've done that. I'm not buying into it again. I feel much better not being taken advantage of, not having my energy sucked away. I'd rather use that energy for something else, which is creating what I want in my life, loving myself, pouring into me. I'm not going to pour into you for something that I know is broken. It's broken. It breaks easy. It's only there to be self-serving. It's there to make someone else rich and to rob you. Why would you buy it again? Why would you try to use it again and be the same as those people if you knew that it's not worth it? It's not worth it. So you're not gonna do that again. Imagine it as a commercial for a bad product that already swindled you. It already took you for a ride. Don't just walk around it. Let them exert all of their energy. Let them be on their own path. Let them be on their own timeline where they wake up or they don't. Let them be stuck in their karmic cycles and stay that low vibrational junk food, broken. Let them be that if they want. It's none of your business. Don't take it on and absorb it. Don't lower your vibrations to be like it. Don't engage in it so that it becomes more of your algorithm. Just keep it moving. Just, you know, nod to them. I see you, but that's not me. I'll be over here, or better yet, I'll be up here. I'll be up here. It doesn't make you better than anybody else. You're just making a different decision. You're just making different choices in your game. You're in creative mode. You're creating somewhere more beautiful, somewhere with better surroundings, somewhere where people treat you better because you deserve it. You love yourself, so therefore you are going to attract people that have done the work on themselves, and they will love you like you deserve to be loved, and it will be reciprocated because you will mirror each other. You will like attracts like. So you're going to mirror the same love that you give to others eventually when you stop playing with those broken people, when you stop lowering yourself to go back to where you came from and you know it doesn't work. That's a broken game. There's no sense in spending more time or money or energy on it. You in creative mode will know that that's not it. That's not it. I've been there. It hurt me. It kept me hurting other people. It kept me feeling empty. It kept me feeling lonely, even though I was with someone. Um, in creative mode, you're going to create whatever you want. And that is, you've been there, you've done that. It's not what you want. So keep it moving. Don't engage at all. Like I said, negative engagement is not only going to make you feel bad and hurt others and hurt yourself. You're gonna sync up with it, whether you like it or not. I know there's been certain people in my life that have told me they hate their family. Their family hurt them. It wasn't healthy, but they don't cut their family off. They're still energetically connected to the snakes, the snake pit that they have told you about themselves. You don't know it, that you didn't grow up in their family. You only know what they tell you. So either they're lying, which is also low vibrational, or they're telling the truth and they can't break those attachments. We all have attachments. We all have contracts with people, other souls. They are sent here to teach us something, or they were sent here to love us like we deserve to be loved because we've loved and poured into ourselves. So we attract that. We attract healthy love. So if you have subscribed to someone that says they hate their family, but yet they're still energetically connected in any way, they're still syncing up with their family. That means like attracts like. They're still a snake. They're just a snake with a mask on. They're just telling you. My family's a snake. What they're really saying with their energy is that my family's a snake. I know they're a snake. I can't cut them off. And whether I want to be aware of it or not, I'm still a snake because I connect with them. I relate to them. They're still my relatives. I love them. They're my family. They're a snake. They're a snake. You're playing with a snake. Don't think if you play with a snake that it's not eventually going to bite you. Because unless they've put the work in to themselves and they've cut off those lower vibrations so they can elevate, they're going to bite you eventually. It's like you touching a hot stove and thinking that it's not going to burn you. Don't be naive. Don't think that snake, a snake in disguise, isn't eventually going to bite you. Because if they can't cut their family off and they can't not sync up with a snake, why are they not going to hurt you eventually? That's all they know how to do. They haven't taught themselves any better. They haven't stepped away from that behavior, that energy. They're still syncing up with it, whether they like it or not, whether they know it's hurtful or not. They're still in that cycle. They're still there. So, with your discernment, know that by association, they're a snake and snakes bite. So, until you see with their actions and not their words that they have stepped away from the snake pit, they're a snake. So, um, it will die if you starve it. If you step away from it and you stop giving it any energy connection, any energy exchange, I can't say that apparently, it will die. Stop syncing up with it. Stop exchanging energy with it in any way, negative or positive engagement. It will die. It will not become part of your algorithm. I know there are videos that used to show up on my For You page that I immediately swiped past. I didn't give it any like. I didn't give it any comment. I didn't watch it for more than a second. I knew what it was. I swiped it. Guess what? That creator, that page, that content stopped showing up. I didn't have to. And if it does, you can always unsubscribe. You can say, I don't want to see this channel anymore, and select that, and poof, it's gone. It's gone. You won't see it again. You haven't engaged with it. You've even gone as far as to say, I have a boundary. Don't come near me anymore. I don't want that content. And it will go away because you're not feeding it anymore with anything at all. The sooner that you stop resisting to your path that you created, you go on Minecraft and you create this world for yourself and then you jump in it. The sooner you stop resisting to that world that you've created and you just decide to go with the flow, to be part of that ecosystem, to learn all of the things that you're supposed to learn, to go through all of the hurdles that you were supposed to go through, to wake you up, to teach you, to be part of your story here in this lifetime, the better. Like I saw on the news the other day, there was they had gotten someone that they had lots of warrants for, and they had the place surrounded, and this person shot at cops, and then they went running. If you have done something and you have consequences in your life for it, the more that you run from the cops, the more that you run from anything that was already set up to be part of your life path, the more lack you're going to create, the more problems, the more karmic debt you're going to rack up. So the more that you surrender to that path that you're on, so that you can get where you actually need to go, to learn those lessons, even if they're hard, even if they're painful, to do that shadow work, to work on yourself, whatever drives you into the dark night of the soul, whether it be something being taken away from you, whether it be trauma, whether it be going to jail, the sooner that you surrender to that, surrender to God's plan, to your plan, which is you're co-creating with the divine. God's plan is your plan because you co-created that with him before you ever jumped into this body, this avatar, whatever you want to call it. You co-created that with him. So the longer that you resist God's plan, the more trouble that you're going to cause for yourself. The longer you're going to stay broke, the longer you're going to stay in lower vibrations where you have to do horrible things to hurt people to get what you want, to keep feeding that ego, to be who you think you need to be, to please yourself, to please your desires, to please that lower frequency, to make yourself look big and bad and flashy to other people. That doesn't matter. All that doesn't matter. But the longer you're going to stay there and not elevate, the longer you resist to God's plan, to what you created with God before you came here. So if you need to go to jail, you need to go to jail. If you need to lose your son, lose your son. If somebody needs to die, your life still goes on. That was a lesson for you. That was something that you put on your path to wake you up, to change your life, to change your trajectory so that you could elevate and heal from that, to learn lessons from that so that you could go to a place that's actually healthy for you, to get away from the people, the snakes that you've been in a pit with, to not be attached to things that hurt you, to whatever it is that was placed in your life to do for you. It was for your better good. You need to go through it. You need to feel it. The quicker you go, like for this person that was on the news, the quicker that you surrender to the police and you go to jail, the less likely you are, if you open your mouth and you tell the truth will set you free. You and everyone else in that situation. The quicker you go and tell your story or do your time or whatever, the quicker you can get through that life experience and actually get healthy things for you. You can change your life, not do that again, not hang out with those people again, not be in low vibrations. Choose to elevate, make amends, do your shadow work so that you can heal, you can forgive yourself and forgive others that caused you to be in that situation to begin with. Whatever it is that you need to go through it. Tell to this person, tell who was with you, who worked with you to do those things. Where did the money that you stole go? Where did, who was involved? Why did you kill somebody? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Tell them. It will set you free. The truth will set you free. It will get you out of that karmic cycle and it will let you elevate to somewhere else, wherever you choose in creative mode to go. Like I said, everything that your heart desires is already there. It's already been created. You just have to get out of your own way, surrender, and let it come to you. Raise your vibrations, meditate, connect with your higher self, raise your vibrations, and let it come to you. Everything that you need to survive in this moment, if you just stay in this moment, stop looking to the past, stop looking to the future, be happy and content with what you have right now, and everything that you need will make its way to you in due time, whether you see it now or not. You don't have to see it. You don't have to see it. Tell yourself, I want that for myself, and just be a good person. Vibrate high. My stomach's growling. I need to eat. Stay in the high vibrations. Don't let anything pull you back. Love yourself fiercely. Meditate. Connect with your higher self. And you can create whatever you want for yourself. You just have to be patient. You just have to keep doing what you're doing. And stay in the moment. Stay prayed up. Stay connected to your higher self, which is God. We all have God in us. We are all connected. We are all God's children. We all have God inside of us. The only attachment that I have right now is my son. And the only reason that I haven't let that attachment go is because children are easily manipulated. And I very much see him as being, like if you're in some survival mode, you know that you need things from other people to survive. You see yourself as having those attachments because without them, they're not going to feed you. Without them, you don't have love. Without them, that's the way that a child thinks. They haven't come into their own sense of self. They don't necessarily have an ego yet, but they have not expanded their consciousness. They're still in the conditioning that's been taught to them by their parents and at school. They don't know any better yet. Once you know better, you'll do better. And so children are the exception to me. Children are the exception. So, what else did I want to say? Yeah, I think that's about it. As soon as you get out of your own way, as soon as you get out of that limited belief system and stop thinking that you need validation from others, who cares what they think? And especially if you elevate to a higher vibration, the lower vibrations are not going to understand you anymore. They're going to call you crazy. The only validation you need is from yourself. If you're following your intuition, which comes from God, your higher self, your connection with God, the part of you that is God, it is all you need. That's the only thing that you need to guide you. And you don't need tons of books. You don't need self-help. You don't need to go to therapy. If you've done your shadow work, if you've picked apart all of those things and you've set them down, that you honor them and you don't let them be a part of your consciousness every day, is not what motivates you, the hurt and pain and the forgiveness that you need for yourself and others, if that's not motivating you and you're riding shotgun with you every day, all you need is intuition. It's hard work. It hurts. Just like it hurts to go down into those lower vibrations, to cheat on your diet and eat that junk food. It'll hurt. It'll be painful. It'll be embarrassing. And that's the same as going up. Once you shed that stuff, once it's ripped away from you and it's not part of your psyche, it's not riding shotgun with you, it hurts because that's how you've identified with yourself. That's been a label that you put on yourself, which is a limited belief system. You've made yourself a victim. That's a victimhood. Oh, this person hurt me. Oh, they did this to me. They did that to me. And it made me do this. No, it didn't make you do that. You could have made other choices. Stop identifying as a victim. Put yourself in the driver's seat. Put yourself in the driver's seat and stop identifying with anything except that you and God are co creating together and that you love yourself. You love God. You love yourself. Everything that you want is going to come to you because you are the creator. You are working with the creator. You have already done that before you got here. Surrender to it and let things play out as they're supposed to. Stop using that free will that He gave you to make bad decisions and cheat on your diet. Stick to your diet, which is your expanding your consciousness and loving yourself, meditating and connecting to your higher self, which is God. Stay on that diet. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Just concentrate and focus on now, and everything that you need will be provided for you, and everything your heart desires will come to you in due time, when it's ready, when that cake has fully cooked and God sees that you have passed your tests, that you're not going to go back to the lower vibrations. You're not going to go back to the snake pit. You're not going to go back to the junk food. Turn the TV off. Disconnect from social media. Pour into yourself. And that also means what you feed your mind. Don't feed your mind that junk food on the internet anymore. Don't feed it the literal junk food. Don't feed it the junk food of low vibrational people that you're going to sync up with. Love yourself like you should be loved fiercely, and everything will come to you. The love that you desire will come to you. Everything that you want and need will come to you. You just have to stop chasing what you think the ego wants, what will never fill you up, what will never satisfy your needs, your emotions. It won't ever satisfy you. It's insatiable. The only way that you're going to be full and whole and complete is by connecting with your higher self and loving yourself. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's not easy to get there once you've been in low vibrations. It's going to take a lot of work, but once you get there, that's heaven. That's peace. That's a oneness with God. That's a oneness with everything. You're going to learn to love yourself the way that you've never been loved by anybody else. And then the other people will come to you. The things that you need and want will come to you. Just try it. Just try it. Just put the smallest step into motion that I've talked about. Just make the smallest adjustment. Cut somebody off. Do something nice for yourself. Don't go back to something that's hurt you. And you'll see. You'll see. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself. Know that you deserve it and prove it to yourself. Just the smallest thing. And watch how it ripples. Watch how that kindness ripples. The kindness to yourself. It will ripple. It will magnify. It will multiply. I promise you. I love you guys. God loves you. You're never alone. I'll see you later.